Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back. I went ahead and cut, I did 2.5 by 4.25. I was going to do 4.5, but it just worked out. Paper's 8.5, half of that's 4.25, and I save a little bit more room. So what I want to do, excuse me, I've already done the decorative punch on the paper, and you could easily do the same punch on the tags, but I want to show you that you can do a little kind of tag decoration, I guess, if you will, from this little punch. And all I'm doing is lining it up right where the score line is. I don't know if you can see, but where this score line meets this guide meets, there's a, I don't know if that's just a shadow. No, that's an actual indentation where the score guide is. And where that meets is where I'm lining up the edge of the paper. Just like that, lining it up on the top and there. And it gives us a nice little, you probably can see it better here, nice little different tag edge. So I'm going to go ahead, punch all of these. Like I said, my punch is lifted, but it seems to be punching fine and doing so I'm not going to replace it or anything yet. As long as it's working. I just bought my sister-in-law one. I couldn't believe it. She didn't have one, and I didn't have one for many years. But now that I have it, I find that I use it all the time. There. So now we have, excuse me, we have 6 tags, and that's one for each pocket. Also, I was going to show you what I did. I went ahead and did what we talked about and added the paper ribbon to the side. I kind of lined it up here. Actually, I scored it in half at 3/4 because we had folded this piece in at 3/4, and I used that as a guide and then wrapped it around the other way. I went ahead and added a piece here, and that's why this is open drying. Go ahead and trim that piece off. Actually, we had added the one to the inside. I added one to the outside there. And I haven't folded it yet because I don't want to get that little pooch that you get because sometimes when it's not dry, the papers kind of squeeze in just a little bit. But so far we've got our envelopes put together. We've got some journaling paper in between, and then these tags will go in these pockets. And so I'm not going to stick those all in because I think I'm going to punch a hole and add some ribbon. Now, I was thinking this paper trim has some turquoise, teal, whatever you want to call it, and I dyed some teal ribbon not too long ago. So let's look. I have this Costco Pub Mix container that has a ton of stuff in it, and I just keep shoving more and more and more, so I'm not sure how far down that ribbon was, but I do see some other stuff that I used in my frozen journal. I might have to dye some more. I don't see it. I don't remember using it, but that doesn't mean anything. I see some pink in there. I'm just kind of twisting it to get a different view. There's so much in here. If I take this out, it'll fill a Walmart bag because it's shoved in there tight. So I think I'm going to do some dyeing. In fact, if you want to see that, I guess I could do that with you. So let me get my dye and everything set up, and I'll be back. Well, I just did a whole segment on how to dye the seam binding for this book, and looks like my camera froze, so I'm hoping it recorded it before it froze, at least most of it. We'll see, I suppose. But I'm going to go ahead and punch a hole in these. And I suppose I should probably take my crocodile back out of this container, because whenever I'm looking for it, I spent 20 minutes yesterday looking for it, and it was put away. Imagine that. Okay, so let's punch a hole and punch a hole. And then I'd like to decorate these just kind of randomly. I'm not going to decorate every single piece, but let's see, we've got two, or I do want to kind of get the colors mixed up a little bit. They've got, oh okay, it's the front and back side, so I guess it doesn't really matter. It's all from the same piece of paper. You see how different it is front and back. Okay, so I'm thinking this would make a cute pocket along the bottom of one of these. And I guess I don't really need to decorate the tags. Let's decorate the pages first, because I'm thinking I might leave the tags specifically for journaling, because there's not an awful lot of journaling space in here outside of these pieces. So let's put that aside and let's decorate these pages. Okay, so I'm thinking putting a bottom pocket along these two, and then we could put a side pocket here on these two. Now, you can do anything you want. You could leave them plain. You could just decoupage, but it's always nice to have a couple of extra little spots for things. So, and I have decided that I want to use this paper. So, I do need to cut it off straight. And the way I do that is with my cutter. So let's cut off this piece. Okay. Originally, I was thinking I could run a piece from one side to the other, but because I alternated which side was which, I can't do that because this one has a different kind of opening on this side. So let's do the pockets on this side, and I'm going to do that on all three sets. So let's go ahead and take our paper out for a second, because I want to do this before I sew everything in. So how much does this need to measure? And then I can probably 4 1/4, and I can trim the excess. So let's do that. We need that. Pull this arm out, 4 1/4, and trim the excess. So we're doing 3. All right. Now, I'm also going to do a little tuck this way. So, and a belly band on this side, which we can use the same piece. So we want that to be, let's do 3 1/4 and trim the excess. But this time we will do 6 of those. This, I'm going to do 6 inches. What did I say it was? My mind is going faster than my mouth. Okay, 3 1/4. What I'm showing you here is that you don't need to buy a bunch of different things. If you want to sit and coffee dye some cardstock and some paper, and you know, you could use, like I'm using just this one piece of the ribbon. I think I paid $2 for this, so not too shabby. And you know, you don't need a bunch of stuff to make something really, really pretty. Okay, so now we've got 3 sides taken care of. We've got a pocket on the side and on the bottom, and then we've got a belly band. What else could we do? Let's see. Let's see. We could, I wonder if we could do a corner flip with that small of a piece. Nah. Although we could, maybe with a bigger piece, do kind of a corner thing with that same size piece, couldn't we? Yeah, so I would need 3 more pieces that were, what was this? 4 1/4? 3 more pieces that are 4 1/4. Let's do that. Okay. And there again, this could be a piece of paper that you cut into strips. It could be scraps from your last project. The thing is, and I'm sorry you guys can't, I don't know if you can see this where I'm cutting, but trust me, the possibilities are endless, and that's what I love about junk journaling, is that Carol can do this one way, and I can take her idea and spin it my own way, and then somebody else will see my video and they'll do it and they'll spin it their own way, and you get something different and new every time. So, all right, let's do one thing at a time. All right, we've got, I'm trying to make sure these are all going the same direction. Okay, so let's start with this. This is one I want to be a pocket. So on this one, I did 4 1/4, and that's just about right. I'm going to punch these to make a little notch because I like to. So these are 4 1/4. That would be 2 1/8, and I'm going to punch. And you'll notice I haven't used any ink, and I haven't used any sewing. Not necessary on every project to make it beautiful. So this is, you know, I guess a back to basics kind of thing. So I'm going to glue the side and the bottom and the side and attach. Now I am off slightly, but remember we're going to trim that, so about 1/16 of an inch over. So it's not going to matter that that pocket is not exact. Okay, that looks good. So that's one. Let's do another one, and I'm going to do these all the same assembly line, so I will fast forward this. Okay, so we've got those 3. Now let's flip it over, and because we're going to be slipping in things in and out of the belly band here, I want to use this flat one. So will I lose some? Yeah, I stacked them wrong. So that one's going to go right in the middle. I think I am going to fold this so I can see. I kind of want that right about 1 1/4 inches from the edge. So let's just glue that down. Let's line this up at about 1.25 inches from that edge. I'm just going to run a line of glue on the top and the bottom. Not too much to cut off here. Okay, so we've got a belly band and a pocket. All right, now what was the other thing we were going to do? A side tuck. So this will kind of do double duty because we'll have the tuck here and here. And probably should have done that corner one a little bit different, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we've got the belly band there. Let's do the side tuck on this side here, and that'll go right up against here. We're going to glue on 3 sides. Actually, you know, I want to put a little thing in there. So these are 3 1/4. 3 1/4 divided by 2 is 1 1/2 plus 1/8. 1 5/8. Yeah. Okay. 1 5/8. Okay, so I decided I wanted to punch these at half of that is 1 5/8. Just to help get things in and out of the little side pocket, and we're doing it on the same side. So let's put some glue there, and on the bottom, and on the side. And that will go here, up to the fold but not on it. And then we will trim off the excess. Yeah, I'm folding it, make sure. Okay, and bring in these, do the same thing. So I've been playing with this for a few minutes, and I don't like any of my corner options with this paper that I cut. So what I've decided to do, I've got a vertical belly band here. I'm going to do a horizontal belly band here. And all I've done is fishtail the bottom with this punch. And the way you do that is mark a line in the middle. This is at 1 1/2, so 3/4 of an inch, and then lining that point up in there, you know, put that in and punch, and that gives you the fishtail. And then to make sure that it fits, you know, in this page with the fishtail, I cut it at 5/8. So I'm gonna do a belly band like this, and I'm gonna attach it, and it'll kind of mimic that opening there. So that's what I'm going to do. So I hope that's not too confusing. It's just that, you know what, when something doesn't work, if you can't add more bling, you have to just find something else that will work. So I am going to put the glue straight across here and glue down the tails, because I don't want that necessarily coming up. And I'm going to align it on this side of that score so it doesn't get hung up, and just kind of wiggle it until it lines up here with those two edges. I'm not too concerned about this right here because that is going to be sewn into the signature. But this way we have a belly band that we can be able to put things in here as well. Okay? All right, so horizontal and vertical belly bands. Let's go ahead and fast forward this. All right, so we've got pockets and more pockets. And then back in the back, we've got belly band and side tucks. Okay, so we could theoretically take one of these and fold it around this way. Don't see why not. Then we end up with a pocket. Yeah, like that. I mean, there's no right or wrong way. These can go either way, whatever works. So let's just this one doesn't really want to go that way, but let's coax it. It's because there's air in the pocket, so we can fix that. You just push it out. Okay, there we go. Let's do it the right way. Okay, so we've got this on the inside, this, and this. Okay, now let's put these back where they go. So we have 1, 2, 3 that goes in the middle. 1, 2, 3 goes in the next spot, and 1, 2, 3 that goes here. Okay, so we're getting there. So let's okay, so my camera popped off somewhere. I didn't hear it. I don't know where we were, but I have sewn this together twice because the first time I did it completely without the cover. So you know, it's crazy, but this is what we have so far. This is the cover. I gotta find something cute to put on the front. We have the inside cover, which has a little tab there. We've got a pocket here. We're going to have tags here, and apparently something stuck, so let's get rid of that. We've got a belly band here. We've got some journaling paper here. We've got a vertical belly band here. Another tag pocket, a little tuck spot, a little bit more journaling paper here, another pocket, another belly band, a little bit more journaling space here, and then we've got the tie in the middle. I did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and yeah, repeat on the other end. So I am going to finish up that ribbon, and we'll be back tomorrow. I'm just gonna decorate the cover real quick, add the ribbons to the tags. I don't know. I'm thinking I might just add a strip across the bottom of these and put the ribbon in and call it done. And then we want to put a piece of ribbon around the cover, and that'll be it. So we'll wrap it up tomorrow and do a flip through with the same video, and then we'll move on to something else. But isn't this fun? This would be great. If you did the gift card size, you could totally fill it up with little gift cards. Would be so fun. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.